ABC interview and didn't understand that question correctly. And when she said that she hadn't seen Brian since he returned home from that cross-country trip, returned home to Florida, that's what people are talking about online right now.
She said, I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him. And I think that's where the contradiction comes in, and this is why we're talking about this now. Because if in the event that she's answered it that way and hasn't seen him, but then all of a sudden we can prove now that she saw him on the 1st and eventually at the park on the 6th, we have records from Pinellas County putting the family there, or at least Roberta, reservation and camping trip there, the 6th through the 7th, according to the attorney. So it's all about putting the timeline together now and trying to like level up on what things are true and what things aren't. And when you look at this, that's why this is such a big development today, in that the sister, according to the attorney, saw him on the 1st and then on the 6th as well.
I'll just say this, as far as on behalf of our viewers here on social media, part of my job here is, of course, to report what people are saying out there. There were already a sizable, overwhelming, let's just say, amount of people out there that just did not believe Brian Laundrie's parents, or doesn't believe Brian Laundrie's parents here, as far as what has been coming out from Stephen Bertolino, the attorney. And this doesn't help that. This doesn't help the public view here of the Laundrie family. Masa, we only have another few more minutes. We know that we got to get you going here as far as filing a report for our newscast here tonight on WFLA News Channel 8, your NBC station here in Tampa, Florida. But what development as far as the development, what does this mean now going forward, and how does this impact the search for Brian Laundrie?
Well, so again, the FBI is leading the search here, and the FBI is not telling us anything, so we have no information at this point. We're unable to confirm any information from law enforcement. The Laundrie family attorney, again, they're saying that law enforcement agencies are well aware of these dates. They know that, Cassie saw her brother because Brian stopped by her brother's house on September 1st. Law enforcement is aware of, the fact that the family was all at Fort DeSoto. What impact does this have on the investigation? Well, at last check, my understanding was that the Laundrie family was not discussing certain details with law enforcement. I haven't heard that that has changed. So I think this is just what people are looking at as they try to determine, this family, how credible they are, what information they're putting out there, and, take it for what it is.
What do you think, Josh?
Sorry, look, and I'm the question I ask myself now is if we can put the family pretty much at the campground on the 6th, and he's been back on the 1st without Gabby. That's kind of standing out to me as they're having a family camping trip here after she's not there. He came home alone, and to me that's just doesn't feel right. What are they talking about on this camping trip? What's the discussion at this camping spot? That's just kind of viewers that are watching are asking the same question. It's just really bizarre to me that that would transpire here. Now we know, based on attorney information and records, that they were there.
We have a lot of questions and comments coming in here. You can use hashtag #HeyMasa, hashtag #HeyJosh, hashtag #HeyJB. Actually, Masa, do you have to get going here, or can you stay with us for another 5 more minutes? It's up to you. I know you have a lot on your plate today.
For 5 more minutes, JB.
Okay, so we'll stay another 5 more minutes here with Masa. Josh and I are going to be here live for a little bit longer than that here. But the most liked comment here that I've seen so far on social media, and again, you can use any of the hashtags here on your screen, and we can animate your comments here on screen using hashtag #HeyJB, hashtag #HeyJosh, or hashtag #HeyMasa. But the most liked comment didn't have a hashtag, so I can't animate it here. But it said, "So Cassie misunderstood the most basic, simple question in the world?" And so Stephen Bertolino saying that Cassie Laundrie misinterpreted the question. I mean, her exact quote here we have for you on WFLA.com and the WFLA app. And if you guys have it here in front of you,
Yeah.
Here it is. "I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him. I've cooperated in every way that I can. I wish I had information, or I would give more." Now, Stephen Bertolino is saying that she misinterpreted the question with that response, but that's pretty black and white. Is it not, Masa?
I can argue that it's possibly not. So she said,
okay,
"We haven't been able to talk with him. I wish I could talk with him." So she's saying talk with him. Talk about what happened. Talk about...
Could be misconstrued different ways.
Talk. And so the text message says that Cassie saw her brother. The attorney says that she saw her brother when he stopped by the home. And again, she saw him at Fort DeSoto. It doesn't say that they talked about the incident. So she didn't say, I haven't seen him. From what I pulled from GMA's website and from what I saw that they put out there, the sister didn't say, I haven't seen him. She said, we haven't been able to talk with him. I wish I could talk with him. Those were the words that they put out there. So based on just those words.
But if you're all at a campground, I think that comes down to the question. If you're all at the campground together, are you not talking to each other? That's what a lot of people want to know.
All right, let's start.
And we're just peeling apart the layers, as Moss is doing here, to look at the explanation from the attorney.
Yeah.
Look at the, obviously, and analyze the interview, and kind of put that in front of everybody to make their own conclusions.
And stay, of course, on, with facts here. Yeah. And there's already, I'm seeing a lot here in our comment section, a lot of confusion here.
She says that she can only drink water.
Are you worried about her story? Like,
No, you can talk to her. She seems like a really sweet girl, 22 or something, has a lot of anxiety, and from what she's claiming, she's the full-on aggressor here.
that's kind of what he was saying.
I'd love to go talk to the independent witnesses, and maybe that's what I'll go do.
We'll come to a live show.
Yeah, there's a couple
Brian Laundrie's
waters.
case.
Here's
We'll
this
find
guy.
out
You
if
might need that for someone else.
Laundrie is still in the country or still in Florida. Do you believe that?
I know the
Florida?
rings, the phone. And I was on the keys, but
The latest update we're having right now, let's go to,
I don't have my phone.
let me go to Twitter and find out what is the latest from Brian Ethan. He's a journalist, by the way. Now, it's almost getting to a month, right? Since this case was brought to light, and a lot of people are looking for Brian Laundrie. But it appears like this dude is not in Florida, or perhaps if he is in Florida, someone that is closer to him is hiding him, perhaps a family member. Perhaps a family member. That could be the only possibility that he's in Florida. He's hiding and watching everything that is going on. And he's just like smiling and saying, look at this dude. Now, for example, what you're watching, like this is when the police officer in Utah stopped them over. Now a lot of people they are blaming the Utah police officers, but what about you? What is the mistake that they did? What did they do that they were not supposed to do,
How are you?
according to you?
Hey, we got this van stopped, and we've separated.
And also, one of the questions that has been popping up recently has been if Brian Laundrie would be charged. If Brian Laundrie would be charged. But then, a Florida state attorney said, based on what is happening, if there are no legal grounds, he could not be charged. We cannot say, okay, because he's running away or because he is silent and he's guilty. No, they need to prove that he's guilty. As so far, he has only been charged with using a bank card, a Capital Bank card, debit card of another person.
And then the male was stepping into the driver's seat, and she was trying to get into the van, and she said something about why you didn't tell me, something
So
like
that's
that.
what we're looking
And,
at right now.
I remember sort of hit him.
But then, there's something here I don't know, the law in the United States. If this perhaps was in other country, let's say China, Africa, right? Brian Laundrie, the same day that they reported GABBYPETITO missing, that dude would have been caught. We know, in the United States you have the Fifth Amendment that protects a person from being questioned by law enforcement, by people. He can only do that through his lawyer. The first act of Brian Laundrie hiring a lawyer, that was the first indication that he did something. And by that, if you are in another country, let's say a communist country, a country that's not democratic, you are the only suspect, and they will not be saying you're a person of interest.
Did you ever
That's
see the
what they
male
would have done.
strike the
What we're
female?
facing right now, like we have love search. How much dollars? How much money are we talking about here that has been spent looking for Brian Laundrie? Perhaps in a place that he is not even there.
Was the shove
Yeah.
like was the
Perhaps he's
shove
not
a push
even there.
an
He's
aggression
not there.
towards her, or was it a defensive maneuver away from her, or to get her away from him?
Now the question today is Brian Laundrie still in Florida? The sister said something. Brian Laundrie's sister. Let's go to Brian Laundrie's sister, Cassie. Cassie Laundrie. Cassie Laundrie. Now we don't understand. Why did she say she had not spoken to her brother? Why did she say so? Why? This is the interview. Let me show you something, okay? Just in case you're asking a question, like, hey, perhaps she did not understand the question. Perhaps she did not know what they were talking about. All right? I don't know, but what kind of question will warrant you to say you have not spoken to your brother? Yeah, the interview was about around the 17th, right? Something like that. And she did not only see her brother the day September 1st that Brian Laundrie returned to the Northport home in Florida. Brian Laundrie stopped over in her house, and later on, according to their lawyer Stephen Bertolino, on September 6th, the same time that Doug the Bounty Hunter said, the family had they went camping 2 times. The sister, Cassie Laundrie, appears to have been there. And now the interview was after that incident. Then why did she say she had not spoken to her brother? And if she had any, she told